On first down, it's James. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's James. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's James. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Third and long, it's Darnold. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Come on, set, 8, read. X3, 218, chopper. Go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Dashing through the snow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Darius Slayton, 76 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Pilot, 64, weak. Mike, 54. Hey, Jet. Big grip, big grip.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Fight.
Now back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means...
And it's a fumble. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13, Lions 3.
36. Coming to you, coming to you. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, lady, watch the ship.
On 2nd down, it's James. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They run it with James. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
36 to Mike. Don't get nuts. Hey, lady.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
On the shoot.
2nd and 4. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Ronald Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
You gonna see me and you're not. Let's go.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hey, foxtrot.
They'll look to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. The tight end, Seth DeValve, the intended receiver. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, seam 6.
Now Darnold. Going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. 20, 10. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, 79 yards, as they are able to cut into that lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
This will be taken in at the 1. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll run on first down. James. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. He was looking for Parker that time. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up a throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On first down, it's James. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On the ready.
Mike 51, Mike 51. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
6-6, pull it, go.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, let's go.
2nd and 9 now. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Let's put him on.
Back to throw here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets it down to the 32. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We're going to see if that script is a good one for him. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On second down now, it's James, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here we go, set. 60 or 22 jump bombers. Shoot!
After the penalty, it's Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 times.
They'll go again to Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Squeeze. Hey, check.
Back to throw. He'll get that to develop the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Go.
He'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Darnold. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position, and
my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
50, play.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 19 yards away as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
55 is my guy, 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
General West. Now.
He'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Agnew now to return. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll keep it on the ground. James. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 32-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. James. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's James.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's pin the mirror. Mike, 36.
Hey, Haywood. Keep going up.
Darnold on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
that's
with
right.
the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Hit it.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. Today's
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.